Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and today is day 28 of 30 Days of Sketches. And 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life has combined with the Scraptember ladies, which is Laura Alberts, who actually brought us this sketch, and the Scrappy sisters. And the Scrappy sisters and Laura Alberts bring us a prompt, which is single photo, and Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life picks the sketch. And so here is our sketch for today. It is one photo in the sketch, which makes this a whole lot easier to accomplish, and a lot of journaling, a large title, a lot of what looks like some fussy cutting or floral embellishments, a tag, some butterflies, and a little bit of either mixed media, stickles, nouveau dots, something along those lines, and a little baby banner down here and up there. So this is our sketch. And this is what I think I'm going to be working with. This is the paper pad I selected. It's Paper Studios Floral Geo. I do not typically do a lot of floral. However, this calls for it. And while I don't always use them, I do not mind using them sometimes, and I use them as extras on pages. I've never used this paper pad. Not a single sheet was out of it before I started this today. So I have picked 3 papers from here and a cut apart. This is what I am scrapbooking. This is my bio on scrapbookingwithanemarie.com, and I know it's cut off a little at the top, and I would be more upset about it if you could actually read the top right here, because that's the logo for scrapbookingwithanemarie.com, but it's a picture of a screenshot of my bio, so you can't really see that. So I'm okay with that, and I was thinking I'd cut that off, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to leave it on. And this is just my bio that I created when I started on April the 1st. And then these are the little tags that I have, and this is the reason that I'm scrapbooking. So towards the end of June, Anne-Marie messaged me and asked me to be on the design team for her website, and I was very excited. So this is my 1 4x6 picture, and I decided, since the best journaling, and this is why I picked this is her messaging me asking if I would be on the design team, my response, and then her response. This is our little banter back and forth. So you can see all the happy emojis. So I didn't print it in color for multiple reasons. One, because I don't have a color printer at home or at work. Well, not in my office. So, and I didn't necessarily need this to be the focal point. This is important because this explains this, but I thought this was perfect because I printed it to be almost the full 11 inches, so I'd have room for a banner, and that'd be mostly it. And this just gives the whole story of what's going on here, and my excitement about her asking me to be on the design team. So with these things, and I fully plan on following the sketch, so I've got a few different kinds of butterflies. I almost said buffalo for some reason. Don't ask me where that came from. I am pretty certain I'm going to bring some of these in because I love them. These are from Crafter Square, which is the dollar store, but they're 3D and they're super shiny. I don't think I'll use these just because they're orangey, and orange really isn't a color in my stuff. And then these are possibilities. There's some more shiny ones. I just pulled out the ones that I found first in my bucket of nature. So I have all of those to pick from. I pulled out a few sticker florals that kind of went with the color schemes, kind of like this pink. Really, for the most part, the pink is the only thing because it's not really any orange in here. And then this is my fussy cut stuff that I cut from this paper pad, or this slip of paper, and then a couple of the little Jolie's, like leaves and twigs and stuff. So I've got this, and this came from the dollar store, and it has four compartments on the top, and then it all comes out to one compartment, or you can leave it in here. It attaches to each other. It's pretty nifty. I just got it, and I'm really digging it. So thanks Laura Alberts for the thought of putting things in little buckets like this on my table. Yeah, so there's that. So I'm going to try and pull some of that stuff in, and so we shall see how things go. So I took the red paper, it's got some leaves on it, some foliage, and I cut that down to 4.5 by 6.5, so it could be a good mat with a 1/4 inch around on my picture, because I did not end up trimming it down, which I didn't think I would. And I cut that navy blue with the diamond pattern down to about 3.5, or maybe a little bit wider than 3.5 by 12. I kept the full length of that blue paper. So I decided that I wanted the picture to be up on foam, since it is only the one picture, and there's going to be a lot of busy on this page. I wanted the picture to stand out, since it's white. The matting for the paper is white, you know, what it's typed on is white, and I just felt like that would help bring that out with that pop of color and just giving it that dimension. So I put the tape down on my journaling, and I'm going to just put that right in the center, left to right center, but down a little bit. I don't want it centered up and down, because I've got, in the sketch, there's a banner on the top of the journaling, and I do want to stick with, like I said, pretty much following this sketch. With the florals and the butterflies and the banners, I am just, this may be one of the closest to the sketch I'll stick to. So I get all of that laid down, and I get the picture matted, and I put that foam on the back of the picture. So now I'm going to get this evened out. I end up switching it, and I don't know, there are blue polka dots all over this page. It is kind of random, but I picked the side of the page that had the most blue, at least to my eye. And I may be completely crazy, it's not like I counted, but I was just trying to make the blue on that side like pop, and not be evenly dispersed all over the page. So I get this matted down on the page, and it obviously is taking me a while, because I've been talking about matting it for a hot minute. There we go. So I see, look at this new editing skills I've got. So I want this pretty much right in the center, because there is a butterfly above it, a title below it, and in the sketch it's maybe a little bit more up towards the top, but mostly it's centered. So I put the foam down, and you're going to notice, maybe you're going to notice, that I tear the foam backing off, but not all of it. I tore a little and then decided to tear a little bit more, because I want to be able to tuck things under, and I don't want that to be totally stuck down right now. But I check right there to make sure that I'll still be able to get under there and pull that that backing off after I'm done tucking. So first things first, the very first flower I pick is the same color of my paper. So I decide I'm going to ink it. I start with the black soot, because that's just what was on my dauber, and decide, no, we're not doing black. And while the blue in this paper and in the flowers and everything is like a dark blue. The blue on my picture is a lighter blue, and so I'm fine with that. It's just the edge of this. I think I do that on 2, maybe 3 of the flowers. Most of them have pink towards the middle, and they've got another color on the outside. So I didn't pull a lot of the yellow florals because there's not a lot of yellow going on this page. So, I mean, I have a few, so they're interspersed in there, but it's mostly that peachy, pinky color, the reddish color, and that blue with off and on yellow here and there. So I cut out a lot of this because it's pretty much me just finding a home and sticking stuff in there. And I'm trying not to put like 2 of the same thing right next to each other. You're going to see magic here. It's going to automatically just go poof. Oh, look at all that. So I used some double-sided tape to get most of it. Look at that. See how that magical worked? Once I got all the flowers down that I felt I wanted, I took some of my little pieces that were like the leaves, although they're really flowers because they're like pink and stuff. So you just saw me shake my page so that none of the little pieces fell out. I was good. And then I stuck my finger under there and pulled that other backing off. And now it is patted down and good to go. So I love the way that the cluster of florals turned out. So now I get the butterflies out from Crafter's Square, which is from the dollar store. And while there is only the blue that, like I said, that's in this is mostly dark, I really love this blue butterfly, and I think it adds a little extra pop of color. So I use the 2 that are orangey and yellow, which mostly match, and then 1 blue one down by the bottom because I want it to draw your eye down to the general area where my title is going to go. So I put those down, 3 of them, and then I decide I want to put a few small ones in the middle of my cluster. And I don't want anything big, I don't want anything too bright and shiny. So these 3 that I put down are shiny, but they're not like in your face. And they're not dimensional, and they're kind of blending in a little. But 1 or 2 of them, I think 2 of them are covering like a hole in the florals. And then the one at the very top is just an extra little flower. Or I mean an extra little butterfly. Ay. So there are 2 banners on the sketch. One at the bottom where I'm putting that one, and it covers the picture, but I don't want that since mine's up on foam. But mine is dimensional. It says dream, and the other one says believe. And I thought those were 2 very fitting words for this picture and the journaling about me being on the design team. So I put those on there, and those are from Crafter's Square as well. And now I'm looking through, I have a Recollections die cut pack, and I'm looking to see if I can find what should go up above my picture. In the sketch, it's like a tag, like a file folder tag, and I knew there were some in this ephemera pack. However, the colors are completely off. Like the pink is similar, but the rest of it is not at all. So I try this little arrow or a little pointer that says today, get it down there to where all you see is purple, but there's no purple in my layout. Like the only purple, I guess, is the button that says believe, and it's not right. So I am trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do, because that just is not going to work for me. I need something else. So I pull these Heidi Swapp, yep, little ephemera packs that I got at Tuesday morning a couple months ago for like $1.25. And I love them. They're stickers. And I have 1 set of girl stickers, and this is what they're titled, and then 2 sets of the boy stickers that say like dude and stuff, so I'm guessing that's why. And I found a couple that were fitting, and I decided that I would put them on there. And when I found one of them, it really, really fit for a title. And so even though it is a small little square and the words are little, I still felt like it was just perfect enough to just need to go. So I found that one that says Stoked, and I'm going to tuck it in as my tag up at the top, except you see, when you see through it, that pink fades it out. So I mat it on that dark navy blue, so it's much bolder, and it stands out really well once I tuck it in. And I don't mind that the bottom part of the letter is tucked in, because you can still see 100% that it says Stoked. And I really was. I was very stoked. I literally was on cloud 9 the rest of the day and moving forward when after she sent me these messages. So I get the Stoked tucked in up there, and that could have been my title. Believe could have been my title. Dream could have been my title. I mean, any of those things could have been my title. But this little square that came out of that Heidi Swapp says Euphoric, and it's got the definition underneath. It says characterized by or feeling intense excitement and happiness. Synonyms: elated, happy, joyful, delighted, and gleeful. And that just really summed up how I felt. All those awesome emotions and a little bit of nerves. And so I thought that this was just meant to be the title. So even though it says large title in the sketch, this is going to be my title. So it kind of disappears on the page. So I mat it on the floral paper that I used for the cut apart. And it looks perfect. I love the way it stands out just enough. And the coloring in the word euphoric is actually pretty much the exact same color in the picture mat. So there's a little bit of mixed media on this layout, and I'm pointing that out. And I decided I'm going to make butterfly trails, which I don't normally do, but I love the way it looks, and I'm super excited to try my new alcohol pearl inks that my husband bought me for my anniversary. And our anniversary. I used them once before on another design team or another sketch for, I think it was day 18. And so this time I'm just going to use a little dot. So I get out a bobby pin and ink the little trails. So now I'm just pointing out that I got everything on there. I did use 3 different colors of alcohol inks. I'm going to show you all of my stuff. And that's going to be it. I will put all of the information in the comments below. Have a great night, and I hope you get a chance to do something you love with someone you love. Happy scrapping!